matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he gets it to the 25. What a return.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of the football team.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
This defense for the Bears, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think he has to be safe. Did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal.
Now Mills on the sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play.
Now Mills on the sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Davis Mills.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a first and 10.
At their own 26.
Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On third down, here's Mills. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action. It's Fields. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have moved out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Cook again. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Here we go, Shaq.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mills. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards.
First down and goal to go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Mills on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Davis Mills with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense in rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
Fields pass.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked to his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The Vikings hit a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Mills. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 22, Mills. Being chased out left. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. First down, here's the run with Montgomery.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the air again, Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Brandon Ayuk on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. They're trying for Reagor, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Fields on 1st down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with great starting field position, one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators.
And that's caught inside the 30. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. First down, Mills. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Takes it at the 7. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bears take over first down 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
This complete to Jones.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
You have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mills to throw it.
Open here, Adam Thielen. That'll go for a gain of 7.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And some space here.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Bears' 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mills. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Now Mills on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Now Mills on the sneak. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Now Mills on the sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters.
Let's go.
Running for it, here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and going. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And inches at the 35-yard line.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think someone's going to give him a QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Here we go on fourth down. Fields will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as this defense were a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down. Fields. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One play action. Fields. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Montgomery. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. But that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, Mills. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake, now Fields to throw.
Flushed out right. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Mills.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
By Travis Gibson. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Mills looking to throw it. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Mills back to throw.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here's Mills.
Smith catches left side.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Mills, 4th down. Gotta have it. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans though holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now. All even here in this 4th quarter. From the 10.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's got some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules remind us.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. snap it to Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Fields now to throw.
Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring it home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the